So Canon's EOS R might not be everyone's favorite mirrorless camera, but after spending some time with it, it did come with its own little surprises. So here's 5 somewhat unexpected features on the EOS R you might not know about. One of the first surprises I found on this camera is how it's able to shoot true 24p. By true 24p, that means 24.00 FPS and not 23.98. So why is that a big deal? Well, it isn't for the most of us, and not like anyone can visually spot the roughly 0.2 FPS difference, but true 24p is a frame rate that can usually only be found on higher-end cinema cameras. The next Canon camera to be able to shoot true 24p is the C200. But what that means for the EOS R is that it is then a viable additional camera to be used on a project that is being shot in true 24p. Another feature that's kinda dropped under the radar is HDR video. Once it's enabled, it does work magically well in retaining highlight detail. Doesn't really do much for the shadows though. Now you can retain as much if not even more detail by just shooting in C-Log, but if you don't feel like shooting in a post-heavy log profile, HDR video does the trick mighty well. It is slightly frustrating, however, that it only works when your recording frame rate is set to 30 frames per second with a full frame readout, which means HDR video is not available during 4K shooting, or if you're using an EFS lens. Basically, conditions to shoot HDR video are 1080p, 30 frames per second, and full frame lens. Next up, the EOS R has focus peaking. Now, it may not sound like a big deal for a mirrorless camera to have focus peaking, it is 2018, but it is a pretty big deal for old school Canon. As of now, the EOS R is the only non-cinema EOS camera to have focus peaking. I do have 2 complaints about it though. The high setting is too high and the low setting is too low. Also, peaking only shows up when the AF/MF switch on your lens is set to manual focus, meaning if you have one of those full-time manual override USM lenses, you can't use peaking if you just adjust your focus with the lens still in AF mode. Another feature to complement focus peaking is the focus guide. It's a little hard to describe, but I personally like to think of it as the AF system trying to teach some human fingers how to AF. The way you use it is you position the guide box over where you want to focus on, and some little arrows guide you into focus. Now, this is only as reliable as the AF system itself, so keep in mind that it might bail on you if things get a little dark. And if you've ever tried to manual focus on a focus by wire lens, you'll understand how fiddly it is due to the inconsistent focus throw. Now, the EOS R tries to solve that by offering 2 focus by wire behaviors, only with RF lenses though. Basically, with RF lenses and RF lenses only, you can have it do the old school, the faster you turn the ring, the further the focus travels, or you can set it to be absolutely relative to the focus ring's position, just like how lenses with mechanical focus behave. So those are my 5 features on the EOS R that you might not know about. If that was actually the case, now you do. If you enjoyed the video, do consider subscribing for more videos just like this. Let me know if there's anything more you'd like to find out about the EOS R. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.